Omnia from Samsung, the touchscreen mobile that is more than other phones. Faster internet access, easy navigation, and 5-megapixel camera. Omnia is everything in one touch. Samsung Omnia.
On a fine pass with an inspiration. Now over the top again, onside. By the goalkeeper. And he's not onside, and he scores!
Pepsi, ignite your passion.
As things turned out with Egypt-Algeria and the dramatic events in that game yesterday, it of course won't be. Egypt and Algeria facing a playoff on Wednesday in Sudan to determine the fifth and final African qualifier to join the host South Africa in World Cup 2010. Ghana were the first African team to qualify. They sealed that way back in September, thanks to a win over Sudan. Mali, well, they've already secured their Africa Cup of Nations place in Angola, but they would love to leapfrog Benin to take second place in this group. The full lineup for the Africa Cup of Nations is now known, and the 4 qualifiers so far to emerge from Africa to join South Africa are Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria and Cameroon. Algeria or Egypt will join them come Wednesday evening in that playoff in Sudan. Well, the Malians, they're trying to motivate themselves to finish second in the group, to give themselves a more favourable draw for the tournament in Angola. The draw will take place on the 20th November in Luanda, and it's widely reported that the Jamaican sprinter Usain Bolt will be there for the draw. The full lineup of countries: Algeria, Benin, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoire, Egypt, Gabon, Ghana, Malawi, Mali, Mozambique, Nigeria, Togo, Tunisia and Zambia. And we'll have it all for you on myafricanfootball.com. Ghana 4 wins, just a single defeat in the group. There we have it, the Mali national anthem. They're without 3 of their frontline stars: Frederick Kanouté, Mohamed Sissoko and Mahamadou Diarra. The Black Stars of Ghana, who shone so brightly at the 2006 FIFA World Cup. It was their first World Cup, of course, and they made it all the way through to the round of 16, where they lost 3-0 to Brazil. 2-1 win over the United States. They beat the Czech Republic 2-0 and lost to the eventual winners Italy 2-0. That was in the group stage. Ghana hosted the Africa Cup of Nations in 2008 and finished third. Mali, well, they have a bad souvenir of that competition. They say it was the first time that they'd been knocked out so early. They went out in the first round. There we have it. That's the table heading into this game. Ghana's only defeat so far came after they'd already qualified a 1-0 defeat in Benin last month. They also lost in a friendly to Japan recently. So they're coming into this on the back of 2 defeats. Today's referee is from Senegal, Badara Diatta. The Ghanaian captain is Stephen Appiah, number 10. The midfielder who has recently signed for Bologna as a free agent. That was on November the 1st. So back in Serie A, he's had a lot of injury problems in recent years. Mahamadou Sidibe, the Malian goalkeeper, is their skipper. There's the Ghanaian lineup. Appiah captaining the team. Asamoah Gyan is going great guns for Rennes in Ligue 1 in France. 6 goals already this season, 5 more than he managed last campaign, and Michael Essien is there too. Well, as for Mali, they are without Frederick Kanouté, their top scorer in the qualifiers with 8 goals. No Sissoko or Diarra either. Mamadou Bagayoko of Nice is back in the international fold. Ghana are coached by Milovan Rajevac, a Serbian. The Malian coach is a Nigerian, Stephen Keshi. Well, Rajevac and his players had a special event to attend last night. The launch of the Michael Essien Foundation and a dinner dance in Accra. Some felt that wasn't the ideal preparation for an international fixture, but Rajevac said he wasn't worried about that at all. There is Stephen Keshi, the coach of the Eagles of Mali, taking on the Black Stars of Ghana. The final Group D qualifier is underway between Ghana and Mali in the Baba Yara Stadium in Kumasi. Ghana playing in white, Appiah surging forward already. There's John Pansel of Fulham heading it back to his goalkeeper, Richard Kingson of Wigan Athletic. He's kept out of the Wigan side by Englishman Chris Kirkland. Yeah, Michael Essien on the ball now. His foundation had their launch event in Accra. Rajevac said, well, we're professional, we can cope with it. Some of the players will be back for the game late, but you have to remember that sometimes it's not just about the football, but we want to win this one. He also said it's nice to see so many people at the team's training sessions, the country really getting behind them. Samuel Nkoum with the ball forward. Suleiman Tari on the ball there on the left. Well, these two sides met earlier in this qualifying competition in Bamako at the Stade Vinci Mars. That game took place in June and Ghana won 2-0. The goals from Kwadwo Asamoah, who is on the bench today, and Matthew Amoah, who does start in this game wearing 14. Ghana have an excellent record against the Malians. These two sides have met 9 times in the official international matches. Ghana have won 4, drawn 4 with just 1 defeat, scored 16 and conceded just 6. A lot of people thought that there would be much riding on this game, that it could really decide who would finish in top spot, but with those 4 straight wins at the start of the group, Ghana made sure of locking up the place in South Africa. Essien. The Ghanaians, renowned for their athleticism, have a very powerful midfield, and with Asamoah Gyan now firing after a very difficult first season in France. They have some goal-scoring threat too. For a lot of people, along with the Côte d'Ivoire, they'll be Africa's best bet to shine in South Africa. Long way to go before that competition, of course, with the small matter of the Orange Africa Cup of Nations in Angola, which promises to be a terrific competition in its own right. Ghana, the 4-time champions of Africa. Only Egypt have performed better than that. They haven't won it since 1982. And how will Mali settle into this game? They've had to reshuffle with the absence of many of their star players. Leading the line for them, Bagayoko wearing 9. Will be supported by the likes of Modibo Maiga wearing 10 and Mamadou Diallo wearing 8. The ball put back into play by Tambora, but Ghana immediately get it back. Let's hit the back of Asamoah Gyan wearing 3. Tambora. Given away by Amoah. He works hard to win it back. Very accomplished on the ball, Ghana. There's Nkoum. He had a nice angle. 2 men up in this attack. And the free kick as Nkoum is fouled by Bakary Soumaré. Five white shirts in the box, and the first real test for Sidibe in the Mali goal. Muntari takes, left-footed. Oh, and a free header, it's hit the post. The chance is still there, but the whistle has gone. Stephen Appiah. Oh, what a fairy tale that would have been for the captain. Only 5 minutes on the clock. Well, maybe the ball had already gone out of play as it's restarting with a goal kick. In any case, serving notice of the danger of Ghana. Here's Quarty to Addo. Helped forward by Pansil, and Gyan is working the channels. He's just eased off the ball by Koulibaly. Soumaré. Look at the work the Muntari is putting in. And the offside flag up there. There are harder assignments for match officials than a game where the stakes are not so high. Kingston. Again, the aerial threat of Gyan is there. Appiah to Pansil. Oh, put under a lot of pressure by the Malians. Keita. Fané. They have men forward here. And it's deflated behind for a corner kick to Mali. That was brighter stuff from big Mamadou Bagayoko. Approaching the veteran stage of his career. Played in the 2002 Africa Cup of Nations, but has been out of the national picture for quite a while. Man over at the far post. Appiah. Ndiaye with his distinctively coloured footwear. Pansil is cut out by Sumari. Helped on by Fané. Malian's best performance in the Africa Cup of Nations, reaching the final in 1972. They were fourth in both 2002 and 2004. Nkoum back to Kingston. Was firmly hit. Kingston controlled it well. Addo. Pansil tracks his run to claim. Always available is Ndiaye. He helps it towards Amoah. It's fallen back to Ndiaye. Yeah, he had his ankles clipped by Adama Koulibaly. Both those players play in France. Koulibaly is with Auxerre, who are third in Ligue 1 right now. Ndiaye with Rennes, who have gone through a bit of a difficult spell recently, despite Asamoah Gyan's goals. Referee Diatta marching the Malian players backwards. Have to get the full 10 yards behind the ball. Sidibe working out his angles. Plenty of players in this Ghanaian lineup strike a mean ball. Muntari fancies this one with his left foot. Essien can really crack them as well. And it's Essien. Wasn't so far wide, but Sidibe had it covered. What a difference Michael Essien's return from injury has made to Chelsea. Cruciate ligament damage on September the 5th, 2008, whilst playing for Ghana. He came back in March and is right back to his best now. Helped on by Bagayoko. He's going to beat the Malian player out of play. Bagayoko has made himself an important part of Nice's team under Didier Ole-Nicole, taking a bit of the weight off Loic Remy, the team captain and star. Amoah drifting to this right-hand side now, where we've seen Ndiaye operate. Pansil with the throw. Back to Pansil. He enjoyed some Europa League competition with Fulham this season. He wouldn't have enjoyed the trip to Rome recently. They were absolutely hammered by Roma. Free kick in midfield for the foul on Maiga. Keita. And the flag is up on the far side. Addo was retreating. Getting the timing of the run wrong. always plays with his head up. Maiga. The Le Mans attacking midfielder or forward. Bagayoko is skipped off the turf, and in front of him, he pulls the intention. Given away in midfield uncharacteristically by Muntari, and they take the free kick quickly with Diarra. That's Lassine Diarra, not Mahamadou. Off the head and into Kingston's arms. Lovely touch again from Maiga. Here's Keita. It's not Seydou Keita, of course, it's Sidi Keita. The Barcelona player Seydou Keita is out injured. The ligaments injury. Approaching the quarter of an hour mark, and it is goalless in the Baba Yara Stadium between Ghana and Mali. The final Group D qualifier of African qualifying for the Orange Africa Cup of Nations in the FIFA World Cup 2010 in South Africa. Ghana already qualified for both competitions. Mali already qualified for Angola. Well, this is a powerful run. Appiah slipping the ball in nicely. Oh, and that was a real chance. That's the closest Ghana have come. Asamoah Gyan feels he might have done better with that. Gyan's back heel. It was well read by Mali. Tambura. Muntari. Gyan giving chase, but Sidibe comes off his line. Maiga. Was he fouled there? The referee waves play on. Keita. Having trouble advancing up the pitch, Mali. Tambura skips past Pansil. Legs to go centrally when Maiga was totally free on the left, but it's still there for Mali. And their first snapshot on the turn by Sidi Keita. Hasn't all been one-way traffic for Rajavach's team so far. They have looked the better side. But Mali are a capable outfit as well, even without some of those established names who are missing. Nice football. Bagayoko waits and now makes the run into the inside right position. He has Addo with him. This is a real physical tussle. And Bagayoko draws the free kick from his opposite number. He plays for Roda JC in the Netherlands. Pansel lets it travel, misjudging the flight perhaps. Did he get a touch on it? He must have done, because it's a throw-in. Amoah did really well there, eating up the ground on Koulibaly to get the throw for Ghana. Essien. Muntari. One back by Mali. Well, drawing 1-1 away at Sudan, the group minnows in their opener didn't get Mali off on the right foot. And it was made even worse when they lost their second game 2-0 at home to Ghana. After that, they were never really in the hunt for anything other than second place and a place in the Africa Cup of Nations. Addo looking to build from the back. Pass over hit. Pansel approached the idea anyway, and his captain Appiah. Out to Pansel. Essien checks inside. Nice angle on the pass to Muntari. Appiah, Amoah and Gyan are in the middle. Amoah might be offside here. Yeah, you can't argue with the decision. The Dutch place player, Matthew Amoah. Nat Breda, his club in Holland. Joint top scorer in the qualifiers with 4 from just 6 games. Top scorer overall in Africa, Mamouni Dagano, the incredible Mamouni Dagano of Burkina Faso. 12 goals in all. He got another in the Burkina Faso game yesterday in a 1-0 win that they enjoyed over Malawi. Also missed a penalty. But here come Mali. Kingston's first save. And it was a decent effort too from Sidi Keita. Halfway through the first half on myafricanfootball.com. And that chance for Keita just now will surely give the Malians a little bit more confidence to attack the Ghanaians. Good cross. Well read though. Keita increasingly coming into the game. Now Tambura. He has Maiga outside him, instead goes for the cross. 2 Malians around about the 6-yard box. Fall to one of them with Bagayoko. Now Maiga against Pansel. Oh, lovely turn. That has to be a free kick, and it is. Might even be the game's first yellow card here. And John Pansil knew exactly what he was doing. He's being let off with nothing more than a few stern words from Badara Diatta. Look at them queuing up, the Malian players. Come out to the edge of the box, and it's gone in. Ghana, Mali 1. And the goal scorer is Lassana Fané. Well, that has totally stunned the Baba Yara Stadium crowd. Kingston didn't see it. Our cameraman almost missed it too. A bolt from the blue, and the Eagles of Mali are soaring. Well, for all of this game, won't affect Ghana's qualification. They won't want to make it 3 defeats in a row in international matches, having already lost to Benin and Japan in their previous 2. They have now fallen behind midway through the first half at home to Mali with that goal from Lassana Fané. Trying to hit back immediately. Maybe they didn't leave too much energy on the dance floor at that dinner dance for the Michael Essien Foundation. Pansil skips past 3 challengers and is clipped by the final one. Stephen Keshi's Mali a goal up. Few mistakes creeping into the Ghanaians' play too. Maiga meandering in field. Oh, sold the pass short there. And it's Essien for Ghana. Might be on for the break here towards Amoah. He's all alone on this side. And Tambora steps across. Well, Rajovac might bite his nails. They've got some improving to do. For all that Ghana, by and large, have their stars here and Mali don't, it is the unheralded players from Mali who have taken the lead. Lassana Fané was a late call-up too. The El Merreikh player from Sudan was only called up when Bakaye Traoré of Nancy in France pulled out. Well, this is a chance for Ghana. Free kick on the edge of the circle. The edge of the semicircle, rather. The goal looks big from that angle. It's not as easy as all that. Appiah, Muntari and Essien are all there. 4 Malians in the wall. Essien lining himself up for a right-footed attempt. In the end, it's Muntari, and it's well over the bar. Not the best free kick of the Inter Milan midfielder's career. Essien. Quarty. Annan. No real fluidity to the Ghana play just now. Essien trying to drive them on. No free kick. Former Lyon man, Michael Essien, now mainstay at Chelsea. Says he likes to sleep 14 hours a day. Sleeping and football, that's what he does. Plus his foundation now, of course. Fellow Chelsea player said that trying to tackle Essien in training was like trying to tackle a bag of spanners. He's so difficult to dispossess. Here come Mali. Now willing to commit men forward. Another sweeping attack from the Eagles. Lassine Diarra with the final attempt there. Amoah. And it's a corner kick to Ghana. Pansel has gone on the keeper. Oh, bullet header at the near post. And it was Essien. Yeah, when he decides to go for the ball, he doesn't mind what's in the way. Muntari's corner. Essien charging his way across. Good run across the face of the defenders. Just over half an hour in, and the Black Stars of Ghana trail by 1-0 to the Eagles of Mali. That goal scored by Lassana Fané, the young Malian midfielder. Terrific atmosphere here. The great Ayew family, Abedi Pele Ayew, arguably Ghana's greatest ever player. His son Andre Ayew is on the bench today. Another son in the squad too, Rahim Ayew. Neither of the sons have done much so far in their careers to suggest that they're as good as Abedi Pele. Andre Ayew is on the books of Abedi Pele's former club, Olympique de Marseille in France, but was loaned out last season to Lorient. This season he's been loaned to a second division club, Arles Avignon. Mamadou Diallo stands over this free kick. Anywhere will do stuff from Ghana. Ndiaye is a willing chaser. Started the match operating much more on the right. Cropped up a little bit more on the left in recent minutes. Need a bit more from the likes of Sully Muntari. That's been allowed to bounce. Here's Bagayoko, and Kingston comes out, drops it, and gathers at the second attempt. Bagayoko fouled the keeper there. Gian. Essien trying the fancy turn. Maiga. The Ghanaian defence not looking totally composed. They are missing John Mensah, who's on loan at Sunderland from Lyon and is out injured. Ghana just haven't made Mamadou Sidibe in the Mali goal work enough in these opening 35 minutes. Neither striker has had an attempt on goal. Credit to Mali for that. And now the ball has been given away to Maiga. Bagayoko. Diallo is there too. Another mistake. Crowd starting to get on the backs of the Ghanaian players just a touch now. Helped wide by Diarra to Tambora, who goes all the way back to Sidibe. Yan willingly chases down Pansil's header. Pansil again. Scrappy stuff. Ex-West Ham defender has really flourished since his move to Fulham. Yeah, Essien's strength winning a free kick. Also, Mali are preparing a substitution. Ndiaye is stripped and ready on the touchline, wearing 7. Ndiaye is on Nantes books in the French second division. Appiah. Annan. Ndiaye. Annan. Appiah. Looking for the movement. Mali very disciplined. Appiah using his strength to get past that challenge. Now Pansil. Needs a moment of inspiration from someone. Mali have numbers back. And Essien bursting forward from midfield, but dealt with by Adama Koulibaly. Right, here comes that change with Ndiaye coming on. Player going off is Modibo Maiga. Wonder if that's an injury. You'd imagine so. And if so, that's not good news for his French club Le Mans, who are in the relegation zone in Ligue 1, nor their coach, Paulo Duarte, who doubles up as the coach of Burkina Faso. Ndiaye. Intelligent ball. There's no one there to meet the knockdown. It was a decent leap from Matthew Amoah. Ndiaye is slotted in on this left-hand side where Maiga was stationed before his withdrawal. Essien. Appiah. Shorter match practice, naturally enough. Only recently signed for Bologna. He was always asking a lot to find Pansil from there. Addo to Quarty. You have to say Mali a good value for their lead. Really got in amongst the Ghanaians. They have defended very well. And on the occasions they've had to break forward, they have done so. Pansil. Great strength. Needed that block. Foul there by Sidi Keita on Anthony Annan in midfield. And this was the Pansil cross to Matthew Amoah and the fine block. Montari. Oh, and that was a header from only about 7 meters out. Addo, it looks like he was up from centre half, and that, well, he could easily have equalised for Ghana. Let's have another look at it. Montari's free kick. And indeed it was Addo with the header. Well, their movement from free kicks and set pieces has been good. And they'll have another chance to flood the penalty area now. Well, the assistant referee from Senegal stepping in. Montari to take left-footed, so he'll be in swinging towards Sidibe. And that was allowed to travel all the way across the face of goal. It only needed a touch there, and Ghana would have been level. And Montari knows it. Excellent delivery. Sidibe didn't come, but none of the Ghanaian players gambled to get themselves in there. Sidibe into the Ghanaian half. This is where Mali would like to play until half-time. Remember, they've only ever beaten Ghana once in history, in 9 matches played. And that was back in 1976 in Bamako. In the qualifier for the Africa Cup of Nations, 3-1 was the score then. Here come Ghana. Into the last minute of the opening period. Fané with the only goal of the game so far, midway through the first half. Ado, Annan, Quarty, Montari. Montari has been the most in evidence of the stars in the Ghanaian midfield. We do a little bit more from Essien and Appiah in the second half. There is Essien. Good link-up play from Gyan. There'll be 2 minutes of added time at the end of this half. Confirmation of that on the bottom of the screen. Mali 2 wins, 2 draws, and that single defeat at home to Ghana so far in their 5 qualifiers. They're on 8 points. Benin have 10 in second place, having completed their campaign with a 2-1 win in Sudan on Saturday. Referee Diatta of Senegal trying to get things in order. Ghana want to play it quickly. There's a real solid look about this Malian team, except from set pieces, where the movement of the Ghanaians is causing the defence problems. Can only be a matter of seconds to go until half-time. Keita. No Malian player central. Well read. And that's how the half comes to a close. Ghana 0, Mali 1 in the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. The only goal scored by the Malian midfielder Lassana Fané halfway through the half. Still some lively discussions taking place between some Mali teammates there as they leave the field. Join us again in a few minutes' time for the second half here on myafricanfootball.com.
New Omnia from Samsung, the touchscreen mobile that is more than other phones. Faster internet access, easy navigation, and 5 megapixel camera. Omnia is everything in one touch. Samsung Omnia.
Another fine pass with an inspiration. Now over the top again, onside. By the goalkeeper. And he's not onside, and he scores!
Pepsi, ignite your passion.
Welcome back to the Baba Yara Sports Stadium in Kumasi for Ghana against Mali, the final Group D qualifier for the World Cup 2010 and the Africa Cup of Nations in Angola. Mali lead Ghana 1-0 at half-time thanks to a goal from Fané, their midfielder, halfway through the first half. The sides are back out on the pitch, and the second half will get underway very shortly indeed. Ghana had only lost one qualifier coming into this game from 5. That was after they'd already become the first African nation to qualify for the World Cup finals. They lost 1-0 in Benin last month in Cotonou. Richard Kingson, their goalkeeper, was beaten. So the second half of Mali against Ghana. Ghana in white, Mali playing from left to right. Annan to Muntari, who's been about Ghana's best player so far. Essien, Pansil. Crowd appealing for a foul, but nothing is given as Ndiaye was sent to the turf. Up into the sky, and Bagayoko using his physical presence. Mamadou Diallo of Le Havre. Yeah, Bagayoko's really put himself about so far. Not really the most natural of goal scorers, but he's a very awkward figure for defenders to mark, a real target man. Bringing something to this side in the absence of the injured Frederic Kanouté, Mali's top scorer in qualifying with 8. Diallo linking up with Bagayoko. Muntari fouled by Idrissa Diakite of Nice. Ghana have been dangerous from free kicks. This one from a very deep position. It's fallen to Essien. Oh, he's shaped to shoot. And there were 3 Mali players around him. That tackle was in over the top, and there's going to be a card. I think he may well have taken the ball, but the card comes out anyway. Must be intention as much as anything. And it's Amoah who is lying on the ground. Essien's down 2. That was hefty from Diarra. And that wasn't the challenge that was penalised. The one that was that over the top from Fané, who has gone into the book. And goal scorer and a yellow card. Essien is on his feet again. He's already had a couple of goes from free kicks. Will he leave this one to Muntari? Quite a good position for a left footer. And it's Muntari into the wall. Corner kick to Ghana. You wonder what Milovan Rajovac will have said to his players at half-time. You want them to sign off with a decent result. Stand them in good stead. Ahead of Angola and South Africa next year. Confirmation of the yellow for Fané. Nku. Just come back to him. Again, Mali defending in a block. It's been a very impressive feature of their play. And they're switching play here towards Diallo, but it's skipped off him and into the effects microphone. Nku takes the throw quickly to Muntari. Essien forced to come deep to collect the ball, and that's a mistake from Pansil. Bit too casual at times, Ghana. Appiah trying to get them going. Mali slowing it to walking pace. No foul. Bagayoko is in the middle. Bagayoko, lovely return pass. Except the flag had gone up. Well, you wonder whether Bagayoko should have shot. It was poor defending from Addo that let them in. Now Fané. Diallo. Carrying it over the halfway line. Mistiming the run, Bagayoko. The ball was very firmly struck in any case. There's Stephen Keshi. Nku. Play on. Good cross, and there's the chance for Gyan. The Wren hitman was in there. It was a good cross from Muntari, and Gyan was suggesting it could have been a touch higher. You'd have expected him to hit the target. Amoah Gyan, given his form this season. Flicked on by Bagayoko. A bit of pushing there between Addo. Muntari, and off the bar. That's Amoah. So close to adding to his 4 goals already this qualifying campaign. Montari again, the provider. Look at that spring from Amoah. Getting in between the centre halves. Oh, Kingston in trouble. Well, this game has really livened up in the last 5 minutes with chances at both ends. Now Asamoah Gyan's steaming forward. Has Amoah in the middle. Goes back to Appiah, who lets it run. It wasn't the right option in the end. And a bit of respite for Marley. Well, Richard Kingston is a very lucky goalkeeper. As is Mamadou Sidibe, after seeing that Amoah header smack against his crossbar. Oh, this is more like it. Good flick on again by Bagayoko, but he really is a little bit isolated up front. The flick had to go backwards. There was no one running on beyond the shoulder of the last defender. Diallo throws himself to the floor theatrically. But he was wronged in the eyes of the man who counts, Badara Diatta of Senegal. Nkoum, he's all right foot, even though he's playing on the left. He gets the return pass. Nkoum. Bagayoko will have to chase it himself. Cross comes Addo. Montari helps him out, but Bagayoko wins it back for Mali. He'll be scoring really good points with Stephen Keshi ahead of the Africa Cup of Nations. So determined to make it into that squad is Bagayoko. Kwati. Appiah. All a bit telegraphed towards Nkoum. Diakite. This is excellent play from Marley. Oh, Kingston, well, they needed him to come out and gather that one. Otherwise, Ghana might have found themselves 2 down. Shake of the head from Rajovac. Get this ball in from Diarra. And Kingston, it was vital. Diarra. Diakite. Plenty of men forward. Crossover hit. He was looking for his club colleague Bagayoko. Drissa Diakite, a versatile player. Often plays right back, can also play in midfield, where he's featured on occasion for Nice this season. Appiah gives it away. And he was done by that little bit of skill from Diallo and commits the foul. Trying to play it round one side and run round the other. Essien. Still a really good shape to the Malians. Just over half an hour left for the Black Stars of Ghana to salvage something from this game against the Eagles of Mali. Kwati to Nkoum. He'll always look in field. Wants to play with his right foot. Kwati. Amoah was the target. Namantari. It's going to fall to Gyan. Nkoum. Oh, last hit challenge in front of Amoah. Well, this is Kwadwo Asamoah preparing to come on. He was a goal scorer when these two sides met in Bamako in June. So Mali know all about him. First, they're going to have to defend this free kick. Kwadwo Asamoah has been out for 4 months because of injury. He's back now. And here comes the change, and it's Appiah who has lasted an hour. Unsurprising given his shortage of match fitness, so the captain is substituted. On comes Kwadwo Asamoah, a real rising star of Ghanaian football, plays for Udinese. He was brilliant against both Mali and Sudan before getting injured. Muntari headed away at the near post. Fallen to Kwati. Addo. Well, that is a centre-half shot, if ever there was one. Shake of the head from Stephen Appiah. Diakite. Fine run down the middle. Cross comes Pansil. Helped out by Addo. Essien gives it away. Player receiving treatment on this side is Diallo for Mali. Annan for Ghana. Amoah. Essien has made a run. He was at the far post. Rajovac will not have been impressed with that cross. Too many mistakes from Ghana today. Unsurprising in many ways that they've switched off a little bit, having secured qualification so long ago. But preparation time is limited ahead of the big tournaments, and they need to make every time they get together count for something. Losing can become a habit just as easily as winning, and should they lose today, just to remind you, that would make it 3 defeats in a row after a friendly defeat to Japan and losing to Benin last month in World Cup and Africa Cup of Nations qualifying. Terrific turn, Ndiaye, half blocked, Essien, it's still there, Amoah, 1-all. Matthew Amoah with his 5th goal of the qualifying campaign, and Ghana are level. Very alert finishing from Amoah. And it sent the fans wild. Rajovac a little bit less so. It's only 1-all after all. Let's have another look at this. Amoah from close range to DB. Well, it was a pretty good save actually from Essien. He couldn't have done much more than that. Now Mali. 2-on-3 here. Tricksy run. And Mali want to bring on Mustafa Yatabare. He plays for Clermont-Ferrand in France. And he is going to replace Diallo, who was receiving treatment just a few moments ago. Amoah had scored against Mali in Bamako. He's got on the score sheet again tonight. And Asamoah, the other goal scorer that day, is now on the pitch too. Here's Ndiaye. Asamoah wearing 7. Things picking up for a grandstand finish in the Babayara Sports Stadium. 1-1, and both sides should be able to play with freedom over the remaining minutes of this encounter. There's a Mali man down here, and even the Ghanaian players look worried about that. Well, it needed something for those Black Stars fans to cheer, didn't it? And it duly arrived with Matthew Amoah's goal. Qualifiers. Annan. Essien. Foul on Muntari, who wants to take it quickly. Bagayoko willing as ever. And he does well to hold the ball up. Here's the substitute, Yatabare, with a great cross. What a goal that is! And it's 2-1. That is a stunning finish from the substitute to Ndiaye. Kingston no chance. Ghana 1, Mali 2. Small pocket of travelling supporters sent into absolute delirium. The Eagles of Mali back into the lead. Kingston looked stunned. It was all about 2 subs. Yatabare with the cross. And Ndiaye with a terrific diving header. You won't see many better than that. And all of a sudden, Ghana have it all to do again. Ndiaye's first of the qualifying campaign. Amoah stopped in his tracks. Nkoum in field, pushing the back on Essien. Nkoum, deep cross. Oh, it nearly fell to Amoah again. Ghana have to build from the back again. Powerful run. Essien couldn't control. And we're coming back for the free kick, and there's going to be another card here. The goal scorer, Ndiaye, has gone into the book. So that's both goal scorers for Mali who have been booked now. Fané as well. About time that Ghana made Sidibe work from one of these direct free kicks. This must be about the 6th one they've had in a threatening position. And so far, between them, Essien and Muntari haven't forced Sidibe into a save. Essien into the wall. Into the last 20 minutes now. Yatabare, Diarra, Diakite involved. Yatabare again, he has quick feet. Nkoum suggesting that he died. And what a performance this would be from the Eagles of Mali. They're here without Sissoko, without Seydou Keita, without Frederick Kanouté and Mamadou Diarra, and yet they are leading in the home of the Black Stars. No danger for Kingston. Ghana have plenty of players in the opposition half. In Coombe here. There's Amoah trying to get involved in the build-up play, but he's given it away. And now Mali have a chance to break. Here's Bagayoko. He's shown too much of the ball to Addo, but almost got a second bite of the cherry. Yatabare, Diakite, Pansil for Ghana. Amoah, Asamoah, the substitute. Amoah again, aiming for the late run, and it's hit the bar. Ghana so close to the equaliser. Solly Muntari. Essien, a trademark surge. Pansil now. They're queuing up in the area. Amoah, it's over him. Still, the header comes in on goal from Essien. Essien, who has taken over the captain's armband now. Asamoah's cross. Sidibe drops it and gathers at the second attempt. What a terrific run this was. Solly Muntari against the bar. Oh, it has been breathless stuff in this second half. Fine game of football. Albeit one which won't fundamentally alter the complexion of things. With Ghana already qualified for the World Cup and the Africa Cup of Nations. And Mali already qualified for the latter tournament, taking place in Angola in January, which we will be bringing to you every kick if you click onto myafricanfootball.com. Another change for the Ghanaians. It is Lee Addy who is going to come on. Solly Muntari is going off. Lee Addy is a locally based player with Berwicksham Chelsea. He gets his chance at international level now. Oh, beaten away by Sidibe. And behind for a corner kick. The referee wants to sort one or two things out inside the penalty area before the kick is taken. Well, it can't have been Muntari who's gone off because he took that free kick. The caption rather misleading. Muntari again, set piece specialist. Pansil. Spending a lot of time in the Malian half now. Amoah trying to jump for that one. Is beaten to the ball. They've been good, have the two centre-backs for Mali, Koulibaly and Soumare. Bagayoko fouled by Kwati. Well, now that substitution is happening. Montari was going off. And here comes the Berwick Chelsea player, Lee Addy. Conscious policy from Milovan Rajovac to call up some locally based stars. That's over everyone. There's going to be some ice applied there to Sully Montari. Jose Mourinho will hope that that's just a knock. His club coach at Inter Milan. There's the cross from Addy. Mali forced to check back. Here's the scorer of the second goal, Ndiaye. Will it turn out to be the winning goal? That is the question over the remaining 10 minutes of this fixture. Diakite inside. Diarra. And Ndiaye. One back by Asamoah. And then given away almost immediately. Diarra battling for the ball with the substitute Addy. And Ghana come away with it. Essien. Amoah. Heavy strapping being applied to Sully Montari's ankle. Well, their team may be losing, but they are still dancing in the stands. They're very grateful for what the Black Stars have achieved in recent years and hope that next time in South Africa, on the African continent, they can do even better than they did 3 years ago when they went out in the round of 16 to Brazil. Well, here's another change that's going to take place. Agyeman Badu about to make his way onto the field. And the caption we saw a few minutes ago suggested that it's Essien going off, and that is indeed the case. So Ghana will move on to their third captain of the game. Appiah handed the captain's armband over to Essien. He's handed it on now. And on comes Badu, another locally based player. Asante Kotoko is his club. And incredibly, as we were seeing that substitution, Ghana have equalised. Look at it. The free kick floated in by Pansil. And there's the header beyond Sidibe. A terrific leap. I think it was Annan there. Ghana 2, Mali 2. What a swift turnaround. 3 goals in this second half. And will there be one more final twist in the tail? Maybe Mali won't get that revenge win after all. There's only about 5 minutes to go. Tambora running it out of defence. Hasn't kept it in play though. Well, let's have another look at this. A terrific ball in from Pansil. Indeed, it was Annan, who's actually one of the smaller players on the pitch, who flicked his head and placed it beyond Sidibe. Anthony Annan's first goal of the qualifiers in his 11th game. Just to show you how rare an occurrence it is. Ghana haven't drawn a game in the qualifiers, but they are drawing this one. They've had 8 wins and 3 defeats so far, all the way through. Referee trying to get a grip here. There'll be a delay before this kick is taken. A bit of pushing and shoving, which is all rather needless. And Ndiaye should be careful, the number 7. He's already been booked, the scorer of Mali's second. Through stupidity, could easily talk himself into a second yellow and a red card. And picking up a suspension in this game would be really silly. Three minutes plus stoppages till the end of the game. Ghana 2, Mali 2. Mali have been in the lead twice. Oh, but if that shot had been a couple of metres lower, Ghana could easily have gone in front for the first time. Amoah Ndiaye, who has taken over the captain's armband. Averages about 1 goal every 2 games for his country, does the Wren striker. Pansil driving forward, he wants the winner. Oh, maybe he should have left it for Ndiaye. Ndiaye might still get his chance. Here's Ndiaye. Oh, out of his feet, but blazes over the bar. What a chance for Ndiaye to win this game for Ghana. Ndiaye is fouled. This one will be taken by the substitute Addy. Or will it? No, he leaves it for a teammate. Well, after his last delivery. Pansel fancies another one. It was from a Pansel free kick that Annan scored. Annan is in there again, but this time it doesn't clear the first defender. Now Addy shooting from range, plenty of power. You can't fault the Benetchem Chelsea player's ambition. Sidibe slips. Gian got it. He's having his shirt pulled. Into stoppage time now. Gian loses the ball. Maybe this will be Mali's last chance to break forward. The free kick goes their way. Diakite. Bagayoko hasn't stopped working all game. There will be 3 minutes of added time. We're deep inside the first of those. Handball, surely. Fané opened the scoring for Mali. The equaliser from Amoah for Ndiaye put Mali back in front. And then Annan scored the equaliser. It's out of play. Lassine Diarra can complain all he wants. And this game looks destined to finish 2-2 inside the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Badara Diatta of Senegal is the man to watch. About 1 minute and 20 left on the clock. Again, and Ndiaye getting involved when he didn't need to. Now Addy. Strong defending again from Sumare. Kingston. John Pansel. Gian. Pansel might fancy it. Instead crosses. Amoah. That surely is the last chance for Ghana to win this one. He was straining to get there. It was a very tough header to direct on target. And Mali, they're going to give a very brief run out to Ousmane Bert in place of Sidi Keita. Ousmane Bert of Jomo Cosmos in South Africa. And there it is, the final whistle has gone. Ghana 2, Mali 2 to finish off the Group D of qualifying. So Mali finished third in the group, a point behind Benin. And Ghana top the group, 3 points in front of Benin. Ghana going to the World Cup, South Africa 2010. Anthony Annan scored the equaliser with a fine header from John Pansil's free kick. These two sides will both be in Angola for the Orange Africa Cup of Nations, and so will we on myafricanfootball.com. Thanks for watching this one, and we will see you again very soon indeed. Bye for now.